And I want each and every one of you all to take an opportunity celebrating with your family, eating as much food as you want to eat, just being the presence of the people who love you. So I'm going to talk about an issue that falls in the title, our name of our show, which is Straight Talk, No Chasing. So we're all about being straightforward with you, coming at you in a way that hopefully you can gain something from it. Let me give a shout out to the Cheetah Cakes joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am going to invite each and every one of you that asked for to be a guest on the show. I'm going to invite you so you can share your thoughts, share your ideas, and exactly what we're going to focus on today. Again, this is Straight Talk, No Chasers, where we just focus on just plain old life issues. We focus on what's happening in your neighborhood, block by block. Whatever is going on with you, we want to talk about it. The title of today's show is The Importance of Self-Discipline in Achieving Success, Part 2. We talked about this previously, but we wanted to come back and just re-emphasize a few other things with it. So truly, we thank you for joining us. The website to check us out is WBSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wic.com. You can join me as a guest. Some on social media, asking for the invite, and I will hit the invite button, and you can just come in and say some words or talk about the topic or the title I just shared with you, which is the importance of self-discipline in achieving success. I'll give you 3 minutes to have an opportunity to talk exactly in regards to that topic. I'll just say hello. We would appreciate it. But I want to run through quickly. If you allow the opportunity and you stay with me, even though you're jumping on and jumping off. Again, my name is Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. I didn't say it. And our website, again, is WBSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wic.com. You can join me as a guest on riversidefm.com. The link is riverside.com/studio/WBSW-radio-internet. If you want to share your opinions, you can do it through the social media site that you're on, as well as the others that we have. The social media site that's available where you can share your opinions, stories, examples live with me and the world. Go to Facebook, Big O Live, TikTok Live, at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. Second Facebook channel is Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville. We thank the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated out of Greenville, Alabama, for working with us and partners so we can provide a service to you. They're sponsors, and I say thank you, brothers, so much. I know that I will be up in Nashville on Wednesday because the brothers is having the Walter M. Clark Leadership Institution that's going on the same time while our sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated going to be making it do what it's supposed to do as a bootleg in Nashville. They're at the Gaylord Hotel. The brothers at the Doubletree downtown. So we're excited to be able to partner and be there with the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and we're going to take this all the way to Nashville. So we're going to make it what we need to do. So you can join me in Nashville. Find me in both hotels. Give me a shout out. I'll give you a shout out. Make sure I go back and give you the record. Don't let 4 days go away because I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Really want to meet you. Yeah. If you plan on being there, I know the schedule's busy, but in the Gaylord Hotel, I'll be lodging in that hotel, but going over to the Doubletree to make sure I have the conference in the Institute into play where I'll be working hard. So let's continue on with some information. I want you to be able to share your opinions, and I truly thank each and every one of you all for taking time. So don't leave me. Stay a little bit longer so we can allow you to share your point of view about the title, The Importance of Self-Discipline in Achieving Success, Part 2. We also, as we're talking about being able to connect through social media, you also have Super Live, which is WBSW Internet Radio, Tango.com, which is WBSW-radio-14059, Twit at Dr. L. D'Alberto 2017. We have YouTube. We have 2 channels that will operate on YouTube. It's Dr. Lorenzo D'Alberto Smith. And the second YouTube channel is the Smith Way Enterprises. So please join me on one of those. If you're already on TikTok, thank you so much for joining us. And if you're on any other of the devices that I see others joining us on Super Live, on Big O Live, on Riverside, uh, then our second Facebook channel is operating. All of that is existing. So I like for you to take an opportunity and let me know. Hit the button, hit the like button. That's what I actually do. Because you'll be sowing the seed with WBSW Radio and Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we present these shows to you, because we want to bring something to you that hopefully will plant a seed. If not, allow you the opportunity to maybe use it or just hear it, and maybe it'll come back to you later on and you can use it in some phase of life. Our on-demand episodes are available for WBSW Radio. We're on Lexus, Apple Podcasts, Edge, Google Plus, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Park Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Podcast, which is operated. Type in or go to Google, podservefm.com, type in WBSW Radio, it'll populate our information, audio only, and you can check our on-demand episode out. WBSW Radio, the number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. We're interactive. We want you to be a part of it. That's why we offer you the opportunity to join us as a guest. You just have to let me know. Like I see several people have already hit the button and say, I want to be a guest, or who you're signing on, you get that opportunity. So I am going to give you a bite. Give me a couple more minutes and we're going to get at it, because I want to hear your thoughts on it. I want to hear you talk about the importance of self-discipline, in achieving success. I just want to know what you have to say. What do you see as important? There's a couple other things we're going to make sure we want to do. We want you to register for WBSW Radio giveaways by sending your name with a means of transaction. We give away many prizes, an opportunity to win a prize, raffle of hotel stay, internationally and domestic. We pay for each night that you're there, whether it's 3 nights, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days. We have gift card, gas, Dr. Food vouchers. We also have car wash with detail up to $75, movie passes. We have giveaway book bags at the beginning of the year. We're coming up in August. We're going to be having giveaway about 10 book bags to those people that's on here. Have all the generic supplies in there that you can have, and that one you wanted to purchase. If you have a son, you have a daughter, you have a brother, you have a sister, you have a cousin, grandbaby, or whatever it may be, you have a chance to win that by signing on to us and be ready to go, getting your name along with a means of transaction. You say, what is the means of transaction? I'm not asking you for anything no more, and give it to me, because I'm going to give you something from $5 to $100. You could be in there to get $100. It has nothing to do with the raffle. You can win on the raffle, fine. But we'll be sending to you through these means. It's 5 means that we'll be sending you $5 to $100. We don't know which one will come to you. We'll do it quarterly, so it'll be an opportunity for you to do it. And those means of transaction are Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. And if you want to type it in where you are on the social media site, your name is one of these. Whatever your account, you got one with Bitcoin, whether you have one with PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle, or you can email it to me to lorenzasmith15@gmail.com. Again, sow a seed with WBSW radio station. A like, hitting the button. Let me know you care. I see Miss Carter. Thank you so much, Miss Carter, joining us. And I did dash out, joining us. Hit the like button, Miss Carter. Let me know you're there. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. If you want to monetize with us, you can through Facebook, Big O Live, Instagram, Podbean, Pod Paradise, Riverside FM, Super Live, Tango, and let me know you there. And I'm about to jump in now and open the door for some people who are made a request. I see this. I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna hit you. I see somebody sending a message down there. Let me see if that's just basically coming from AI Summary. Thank you, AI Summary. Gets always say give what the title, what the focus is going to be. Again, the importance of self-discipline in achieving success. Like I said, when you ask for the invite, I'm gonna send you April Turner. Send you the invite. You're invited, April, to join me, and you can share your thoughts on the importance of self-discipline in achieving success. That's April Turner 106. Then we also have Cherry Key. All right, Cherry Key. You got it out. Sending you an invite. You make the request, and we're sending them out today. Sandra Lachelle McBride. Yes, there's an invite for you, son. Is Sandra hitting it on the like button? Want to come through? There you go. Is this Garcia? It's an invite to you. Let me see if anybody. Let me say hi. Thank you so much. Tiffany Tip. Send you the invite. All right. Blue GG. Sending you the invite. Okay. Like some things popping up here. I must hit the wrong button there. I'm trying to make opportunity that making a request. To invite. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we got any more before we really get started with the show and achieving success. As we talk about the importance of self-discipline, we have to do a check on ourselves. We must be self-aware of what we have with us, a part of us, as a positive thing. Do you have self-discipline? If you lack self-discipline, you're not going to be able to function in the manner you should and like to. We'll give a shout out to ADS, is A.D.S. He just became a supporter. Thank you so much for joining us and popping it in there good. We also Figure P. I'm going to give him a shout out because they said nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Then we have, it said new friend via match. I'm going to hit the match button today. See if there's any new friend, random friend. We're doing that. We're doing a couple of things here. It's a little different. We got several other messages. Let me see what we got. 14 other messages. We have Andrea, the style realtor, sending you an invite because you made a request for it. Say hi. We said hi. Cherokee. Give you a hi and a shout out. Rolando, thank you. It's Coco Pretty. How you doing? Send me an invite. Make sure I hit the button. All right. There you go. That invite come to you. You can join us. Thank you so much. All right. Waiting on those individuals when they're ready to come in. We're excited to have them in. We have King Big Baby joining us. Thank you so much, King Big Baby. Thank you for joining us. As we talk about self-discipline, as I said, that's something you must work hard. You must be aware that you lack self-discipline. You need to have self-discipline because if you lack self-discipline, you have to understand how important it is to achieve success. And we all want to be able to achieve success. We must have the things that, especially focusing on ourselves, that we need. We send an invite also. We have here, and I'm looking at, is that Sangria? Oh, I'm about to invite her and invite you to come join us. You got 17 seconds to jump in here and join us. Thank you for making a request. I've been sending it out because people, I want you to talk about And a title that we're focusing on is the importance of self-discipline in achieving success. See, we want to open up not only just talking about self-discipline and how it's important to achieving success, we want to allow the quiet powers that shape greatness be talked about. I see the Big Hoss 17 join us. Thank you so Big Hoss. Thank you for joining us. You can join us. I send you an invite if you want to pop in here and say a few words. We'll thank you. The quiet power that shapes greatness. Do you know what the quiet powers are that shape greatness? Just think about it. But as I do this, I want to make sure I work you while you think and say now, today we're gathered to explore a force that's often overlooked, frequently underestimated, and rarely celebrated in the moment, but always present in the story of every great achievement. I just want you to think about what we just shared with you. The force of understanding the importance of self-discipline. It is frequently underestimated. We're talking about self-discipline that is rarely celebrated. See, we don't want to celebrate what things we're doing, but you know, it's only a moment of celebration because you have to get back, get to work, and achieve other goals. We can bask in the moment, scream and shout, enjoy ourselves, but we have to be disciplined to know that that was just the present. We need to prepare ourselves for the future. So I want you to kind of get a real understanding of the quiet power that you have that shapes greatness. And that quiet power is called self-discipline. It's a force. The force of self-discipline. Self-discipline is not glamorous. It does not spark like talent. Nor does it attract attention like charismatic. It is quiet, steady, often invisible. Yet it is the foundation upon the story of every great success. That foundation where it's meaningful success. It can be built on self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the capacity to act accordingly to values rather than impulses, to prioritize long-term gains over short-term comfort. Long-term gains versus short-term comfort. And to remain committed when motivation fades. Self-discipline allows you to act according to values. It allows you to understand its power. Let me begin with a story. A young woman named Elena dreamed of becoming a doctor. She was not the most naturally gifted student, nor did she come from a privileged background. But she possessed something far more valuable, a relentless commitment to her goal. She woke up early to study, stayed late to review, sacrificed leisure for learning, and maintained focus even when friends drifted toward easier paths. Years later, she stood in a white coat holding her medical degree. When asked how she achieved her dream, she said, I wasn't the smartest. I wasn't the fastest. I was simply the most disciplined. So if you ask the question, what is self-discipline? This story gives you a good picture to frame to understand. See, her story is not unique. It is the story of countless people who have achieved greatness not through extraordinary talent, but through extraordinary discipline. If you lack extraordinary discipline, you will fall short. You must have a sense of success and a desire to be successful. Just remember, it's not about your talent. It's about your discipline. See, today we will explore the importance of self-discipline across 6 major dimensions. Number 1, self-discipline as the foundation of success. Number 2, the psychology and neuroscience behind discipline. How discipline shapes habits, routine, and consistency. The role of discipline in overcoming obstacles. How discipline enhances performance, productivity, and mastery. Practical strategy will be the last one for building lifelong discipline. By the end of this presentation, you will understand why self-discipline is not merely a helpful trait. It is the single most important determinant of long-term success. Section 1, which would be the self-discipline as the foundation of success. It's a dimension. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. Without discipline, goals remain wishes. With discipline, wishes become plans, plans become reality. Why discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation is emotions. It is fleeting, it comes, it goes. It's happiness, it's sadness, it's grief, it's feelings. See, motivation is emotional. It rises and it falls. It's unreliable. Self-discipline is behavioral. It is steady. It is reliable. Motivation gets you started. Self-discipline keep you going. I see Sonia R. Price is sending a re-invite. I'm sending an invite, Sonia R. Price. Motivation is a spark. Self-discipline is the engine. Think about your car. To ignite your car, you got a button, push button now. Some people still have a key when you turn. You first, when you turn, that's the spark. And then when the combustion of fire hits together, the engine start up. See, people who rely solely on motivation achieve occasionally. People who rely on discipline achieve consistently. Send an invite to Amanda. Send her an invite. See if we're going to get her. Quite a few people here. Send an invite to Promise. Let me see. Inviting you to join me. Sonia Price, thank you for joining us. I see you down at the bottom. I hear you. Oh, I'm sorry, Sonia. Let me give you some volume here. Yes, Sonia, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
That's all right. I'm glad you're joining us. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and you're joining us on our show we have today. Straight Talk, No Chases. That's the name of our show. The title is The Importance of Self-Discipline in Achieving Success. I want you to share your thoughts in regards to that, if you don't mind. How you think self-discipline is important? Is it important for achieving success? And it's speaking from your point of view.
You know what? I couldn't hear what you're saying. Can you repeat the question, please?
I said our title is The Importance of Self-Discipline in Achieving Success. And I just wanted you to, can you share your thoughts? Do you think self-discipline is important to achieve success?
I mean, I think it's important. I mean, consistency also along with that. Well, I guess those kind of go hand in hand. But I'm also like a realist too, and I understand that sometimes you're not going to be able to be as disciplined or consistent, but it really just depends on like what works for you, because what may look like discipline to me may not look like discipline to you. And depending on what your goal is, you know, what your career is, or calling. I mean, I consider the two things that I do as callings more so than a career, I guess you could say. You know, it's going to depend on how much consistency and discipline you need, right? So right. If I was, and I mean, this is not necessarily from a work standpoint, but when I was powerlifting competitively, discipline was very, very important as far as you know, my workouts. I had to train 3 times a week if I was going to compete. I had to. My diet had to be on point. I had to follow my workout program given to me by my coaches, and so those things were very, very, very strict. So I couldn't necessarily fall out of the program. It happens, but I couldn't if I wanted to get the numbers that I wanted. And then as far as, but that's just, you know, my competitive side. And then is, you know, when it comes to like, I'm also a licensed social worker. There is a certain discipline to get to that, that license, obviously, and I have one more license I need to get, but there is a certain discipline that comes with that, and consistency, you know, which requires education and things like that. So there's a certain consistency and discipline there. And then after that, you know, things change a bit. You don't require as much discipline, so to speak. Um, but you do have to be consistent with your CEUs, right?
Right.
As a Pilates instructor, and I'm a veteran in both, with both of the things that I really love, there is a consistency there. Not necessarily a discipline, so to speak, but there is a consistency as far as how I teach, what I will be teaching, how often that will be taught, who I'll be teaching, things like that. So there is a consistency in how I teach my students. And of course, there'll be a consistency with, my therapeutic clients as well. As far as discipline in that regard, well, certainly I have to do progress notes. So that has to be like that requires discipline to stay on top of things. To make sure that I make deadlines and things like that. There's no deadlines really with Pilates. There's no deadlines necessarily with powerlifting either, but there is, there's a goal, and if I want to compete in a specific competition, then I have to be ready. So there is a certain amount of discipline with that.
That's awesome. I tell you, son, it's a pleasure having you share that with our people in 61 countries and on 6 continents. You're alive. You're alive with all those people, and I really appreciate it because I'm a retired educator, and it required discipline to even do the curriculum or do the program to get to be in that position as an educator. And then it required discipline to even strive for post-secondary and then postgraduate. It required a discipline to make sure that I'm a former athlete as well. And I know the discipline that I experienced growing up from the age of 4 years old, playing football from 4 years old up until college. And it required a discipline because sometimes I didn't want to go out there. Some days it's not as hot as it is today. I'm talking about these years, because I'm talking about, to be honest, 40 years ago. It wasn't that the climate wasn't that way, but we conditioned our body, so we had to discipline ourselves to condition our body so we could withstand that heat. So in essence, I really appreciate what you were sharing, because our self-understanding or self-awareness is very important. Self-awareness requires to have self-discipline so you can do the things, accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish, as well as achieve the goals that I want to achieve. And it took that, and I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts on that. It's nothing but I feel like self-discipline was the foundation of the success I have. It gave me that because I started young, and parents being able to put the foundation in place to understand you are required for your actions. You're required to accept the consequences go with your actions. If you lack work, you don't put the work in. My father always said, you won't accomplish what you need to accomplish. You can accomplish something, but it won't be what you want to achieve. So it's nothing wrong. So the thing about it, today we're focusing on, and I really appreciate you coming in and joining us. And I do want you to kind of sit back and watch, and we're going to share some more information. It was a pleasure. That is Sonia Ara, and that last name is Pryor or Price? Which one?
It's Price Herbert.
Price Herbert. Okay, because it only shows
Price
me.
And then Herbert.
Okay, it only shows me Sonia Ara P. That's all it's showing on the board right here. Thank you so much, Sonia, for joining us. Okay.
No worries.
All right then. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. As we move forward, I truly want you to kind of take in these dimensions and these 6 dimensions that we have. And it's important that we look at the 6 dimensions. I shared the first one, which was self-discipline as the foundation of your success. Self-discipline is the foundation of success. I gave you several things as I was talking. I talk about self-discipline as the bridge. Then one of the things the career I chose, and I understood my purpose was to be the bridge as an educator from the youth, the children, to be bridged into adulthood. I understood my purpose. And I worked hard. And today I still do that because I work at a university now. I put over 36 years in the secondary, the elementary, secondary, post-secondary. Then now I'm back in post-secondary teaching as well. And that's additional years. The bridge, I understood for them to be successful, to meet their goals and to achieve what they was looking for in life, was that they had to have discipline. We must have discipline in our homes. And children learn from watching others. See, too many times individuals don't cherish the moments they have as role models, as figures, positive and negative. So when we're talking about discipline, we have to understand it's a bridge. Because if you have it, you don't have to wish. It becomes a plan. Your wishes become a plan. And the plan becomes reality. You ask yourself why self-discipline matters more than motivation? Because motivation is emotions. It rises and it falls. Motivation gets you started. Self-discipline keeps you going. Motivation is a spark. I said that earlier before our guests came in and shared their thoughts. Self-discipline, the engine. Push your button, starter. Put your key in. And when you turn it, that's the spark. Causes the motor to spark, and then it cranks up. People who rely solely on motivation achieve occasionally. People who realize on discipline achieve consistently. One of the words that Sonia said, consistency. See, it ties in, but you must understand it. Self-discipline creates structure. There's a situation, and I know in all levels of education, there's to a sense, many say a lack of structure. Because we have people who are struggling with self-discipline. You can say, I'm not saying everybody, but there's a few that are challenging. They struggle with discipline. They struggle with self-discipline, and they struggle with the structure of discipline. See, success requires structure, systems, routines, and habits that support progress. Self-discipline builds that structure. Self-discipline creates routines, whether in the morning, midday, that set tones. Work habits that increase productivity. You must have a habit. You must understand what a habit is. Doing something over and over again becomes a habit. Study habits. To be successful and deepen learning, you must spend time studying. Healthy habits that maintain energy The right diet. I want you to think about the right diet. I want to think about the right workout. You want to think about doing everything that helps your well-being mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, socially, and psychologically. Financial habits, well-being, builds stability. Andrea, thank you so much for the likes, and thank you for joining us. See, without discipline, structure collapse. I've seen that happen. When people lack discipline within a building or within a group, structure collapse. See, with discipline, structures become scaffolds for success, meaning that you can build up, build on it, up. It can grow, it can grow. Self-discipline builds character. Self-discipline builds character. Discipline is not only about action, it's about identity. See, what you bring as an identity to the table is you. You can't just change in the middle of the street. If you lack discipline, it'll show. Because it'll be your identity. It'll be your character. Every disciplined choice strengthens you. Strengthen your sense of self. Every disciplined acts reinforce the belief. I am someone who allows the opportunity to follow through. This identity becomes a source of confidence, resilience, and pride. A story of discipline as destiny. Consider the story of the musician named Raphael. He was not born a prodigy. His early performance was shaky. His techniques inconsistent. But he practiced with unwavering discipline. Hours each day. Rain or shine, holiday or weekend. Years later, from that discipline, self-discipline, we're practicing through rain and shine. Holidays and weekends. He performed on the world stage. Critics, like always, wants to criticize you. But if you're doing it right, come on now, I praise you. Critics praise his precision, passion, and mastery. His success was not the results of natural talent. His success was not the results of natural talent. His success was a result of hard work and self-discipline. Consider your story. I know you have a story. I know you want to tell your story. But consider your story. Consider your story. Because no one else your story. You know how you succeeded. You know how you accomplished the competency. And now you understand how you're being compensated because you put the work in. People quick say that's talent. It's talent that was built. It was raw when it started. The psychology and the neuroscience of self-discipline. Self-discipline is not merely a moral virtue. It is a psychological skill and a neurology process. The brain role is discipline. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision making, planning, and impulse control, is the center of discipline. People who lack impulse control, prefrontal cortex, lack discipline. See, that part of the brain that responds to things ain't going right, that's when they get impulsive. They do things out of character. See, when you practice self-discipline, you strengthen neural pathways that support focus, restraint, and long-term thinking. The dopamine reward system. Dopamine is often misunderstood as the pleasure chemistry. In reality, dopamine is the motivation chemistry. It rewards progress, not conflict. See, when you complete a disciplined action, finishing a workout, as Sonia said, through a Pilates and other things she's doing and strength training and all of that, she finished a workout, she have completed a task. Your brain released dopamine. This reinforced the behavior and make discipline easier over time. The role of delayed gratification. The famous marshmallow test demonstrate that children who could delay gratification achieve higher academic performance, better health, greater financial stability later in life. Delayed gratification is essence of discipline. Choosing future rewards over present comfort is the route you want to take. Psychological willpower. Willpower is a muscle. It fatigues with overuse, but strengthens with training. Self-discipline is the repeated exercise of willpower. Discipline, habits, and consistency. Word to you, Sonia. Let's talk about it. Success is not built on occasional effort. You control time and effort. Nobody can take that away from you. This is our Lord and Savior. Otherwise, you control it. And your occasion, effort, time and effort will determine your success. So you must build consistent effort, because consistency is the child of discipline. Did you know that? Let me say that one more time. Let me see. I see unapologetically Tammy. I see the invite going on. I'm gonna hit you too, unapologetic. You got time to come in here, and we're gonna let you share your thoughts on discipline, habit, and consistency. Just remember, consistency is a building block. You must build on the raw talent you have and consistently do what you're supposed to do to be successful. All right, joining in. Hello, how are you doing? And your name?
How are you doing?
Fine. What's your name?
Huh?
What is your name?
My name is Tammy.
Tammy. Okay, Tammy. I hit the button. My name is Lorenza Smith, and this show is focusing on the importance of self-discipline in achieving success. And we're talking about that. And I just wanted you to share your thoughts since you joined in. You got a couple minutes. I give you 3 minutes just to, what do you think self-discipline is important?
It's very important because if you're not focused and disciplined about whether it's your craft, whether it's your goal, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, you're not going to be successful. And a lot of people, you know, if you didn't grow up with that mindset, it is a mindset you have to grow into. And once you get it, you got to be consistent. Will you fail? Of course. Because, you know, we want everything quick. We want everything fast.
Come on.
We live in a microwave time where you put something in the microwave, it heats up very fast, but it doesn't stay hot very long. It changes the consistency of the food, the flavor is gone. Versus if you put it in that oven and it simmers, the flavor's getting baked in. Or if you put it on top, it's slow cooking. It's going to stay hot longer. And you're going to get all those original flavors and then some because it's had time to marinate. And you have to take that same approach.
That's awesome.
There's no way around it. Anything that you want to see success in, you got to put in the work, and it requires a level of discipline that you may not have had before. And so for some people, it's a struggle. It's a big struggle.
Exactly. And Tammy, you're so right, because some people just think things should come automatically. They don't need to put in the effort, no time, and they think they should achieve that. And that's one of the things I talk about, because I have a lot of shows focusing with a lot of young people. I have a series that goes on that focus on getting children to understand, young people to understand that you have to put the work in. Yes, we have this supercomputer. We're talking on a supercomputer now. Something we didn't have 40 years ago, 30 years ago. It came into existence in 1999. A lot of that, the technology started blossoming then. But we have it. But the microwave is a good example, and the remote control. A good example. You can get whatever you want when you want it. But how long will it last? Does it help you prepare for what's coming up to achieve the goals you have in life? Success can be achieved it can be started in the moment, but you have to put the time in to be successful. And what you're saying is
that goes back to your why.
Mm-hmm. And that's
it goes back to your why. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead on.
No, it goes back to your why. I teach a course to new hires, and then sometimes I teach it to other groups within the plant about what is your why. Mm-hmm. Because that why is what's going to be the foundation for everything you do. The why will help you gain consistency. The why will make you become disciplined. Because if you want, as they say, the brass ring, if you want that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you're going to have to put in that work. And that means you're going to have to cut distractions, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's the internet, the things that are going to require discipline from to achieve success. And a lot of people don't have that, but you can grow to that. I always tell people, you got to want to be great. So what is your why? And if you tell me that you want to be great, what are you willing to do to get there? What are you willing to give up? Exactly. And sometimes that requires isolation. It doesn't mean cut everybody off, but it means putting people in a place where they're no longer the priority. The internet is no longer the priority. Television is no longer the priority, but you get a tunnel vision for the things that you want to be successful in. That's even in relationships. If your relationships are suffering in communication and you want it to be better, then you got to put in that work. And that's learning to have every kind of conversation, even the hard ones. And that also is the other person understanding how to receive those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And putting in that work so that you're aligned with how we speak to one another, what we're talking about, what we're giving power to.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your health, I want to lose weight. Well, how bad do you want to lose weight? How bad do you value your health? What are you willing to do? Are you going to put the work in to keep going to the gym? Are you going to put the focus on, you know what, I don't need that cake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that extra piece of whatever. That discipline that comes with that. Will it be hard? Yes. Will you stumble? Will you fall back? Yeah. But every time you get it right, the next time you grow into that mindset, and pretty soon you don't miss all those detractors or distractors from what you're trying to do. But discipline requires work. I had to get focused. I'm gonna write a book. My grandmother calls it having a disease called the I'm gonas. So you can I'm gonna all day. I'm gonna. But if you don't put the work behind it, all you have is a disease, and you're just gone. So that mindset. Who wants to be disciplined? But if there's anything you want that requires it, if you want it bad enough, you're gonna get discipline. And it's a walk, not a run.
There you go.
And you have to, like I said, you have to mature into that mindset. You have to grow into that mindset. You have to practice that mindset.
Come on,
like anything else. So.
Hey, sister, I tell you, on top of it, and you said two things that was real. You said a lot there. Everything was good. You said the why. The why. I'm starting with you said something about why, and I do that. I work on a university campus. I am a supervisor as with student interns. So that means they're getting ready to go out and teach. Be the teachers of the world. Now, people better remember that. But I meet with them at the beginning of the semester, and I ask them, why do you want to teach? You have to answer that question for me before we put this time in to get you ready. And basically what I'm doing is you already done all the academic work. Now you finna go into the practicality now, where you're actually going into the school building where you're assigned to teach. Or there some of them may be already contract teachers, already teaching. The first thing I still ask them, why? Why do you want to? Then when you can tell me why, then now we can put a plan together for you to be successful. See, because now when you know why you want to do it, you got to prioritize it now. So the second thing you said several things, but I was just pulling a couple things out. The priority. See, a lot of people fall short in the goals and the achievement, what they want to achieve because they don't prioritize. They always want to do it again, the microwave, the remote way, the super computer way. They don't want to put the work. You said another thing. It's not about that run to get there. Sometimes you got to walk. You got to walk.
Oh, yeah.
And see, if you're not willing to walk, walking requires time. But during the process, you're learning, you're growing while you're walking. But when you're running, you're going to run by something. That's just like the tortoise. The tortoise in the hare. You remember the story? The tortoise, going slow, yeah. And then here's the rabbit. The rabbit get down and pull over, have lunch, have dinner, because they're so far ahead of the tortoise still coming. But in the process, the rabbit was running so fast, it didn't learn anything. Because at the end, because it didn't prioritize the achievement goal of crossing the finish line, the tortoise did. And the tortoise crossed the finish line, and the rabbit running around, well, man, I'm faster than him. See, just because you do it fast don't mean you can be successful all the time.
It doesn't.
So
think about the analogy of babies. How fast we want our babies to walk. We're going to stand them up, we're going to drag them along, and they just stumbling and struggling. But when we remove ourselves as a distraction, and you peek around that corner, that baby has stood up.
There you go.
And you think you're missing something. But they're taking those steps, and they're taking those steps, which eventually turn into they take a little jog and a little run. Yeah. They fall. Yeah. If you stay away from them, they get right back up. So you have to think that way and put that into action. A lot of people don't. We want it now. Nobody wants to do the work to get to success. And you said something, those are the practicality of it. When you look at the salary of teachers, the why for them, just like the why for someone when they tell me they want to be a leader. Why? Because if you're doing it for a title, if you're doing it because you think it gives you authority and power, trust and believe the money will never add up to the responsibility that comes with it. Because you are a counselor, a teacher, a motivator, inspiration, you're the conflict resolution. So there's a lot of things that come with that role. Are you sure that's what you want?
That's it.
And understanding that, because the times that you get frustrated, the times that you don't feel like you made a difference, the times when you're trying to develop someone or teach someone or train someone and they're not getting it, and that frustration that comes with that, and you got to figure out another way to reach them, a different angle to reach them, because people all learn different.
Yep.
Are you going to still be on that same path? Are you still going to be focused on the end goal? Are you still going to be focused on your success? And then again, what is success for you may not be what success is for me.
Exactly.
So for me, success is when I see someone has gotten it, when I see they flourish, and then I see them pouring into someone as I poured into them. And even what I get out of it, when I allow others to pour into me, to me, that's my success. That's mine.
Exactly.
But it may be different for other people.
Exactly.
And so you have to look at that too, and they have to look at that too. We live in a time where we compare our success, what it means for us, our goals, our dreams, to what we give others. That's not how life works. That's not how success works. You have to be tunnel vision on you.
Yep.
You can't be focused on them.
Exactly.
People say what you eat don't make me poop. So I can't be focused on you, because when I focus on you, I'm not focused on me. I'm no longer my priority for success. You are.
That's right. Exactly.
And so I'm frustrating myself because you're moving up here. I'm stuck right here because I'm focused on what you're doing instead of focused on what I'm doing, my path, what is going to get me where I want to be.
Exactly.
Is it hard? Yeah. But the minute you have tunnel vision for you, and that means not looking to your left, not looking to your right, but on yours, the eye on your prize, you start seeing things happen.
That's awesome. I tell you, it's very encouraging to have this conversation with you. I'm telling you, seriously. Just to have the opportunity to kind of talk about something. You're hitting so many things that I encounter. I'm telling you, I encounter every day with the young people I work with. They focusing on somebody else getting a degree when they didn't get a degree. They're focusing on someone else making more money than they're making. And the bottom line is, that's just like two brothers and sisters, or sisters and sisters in school. If your older sister went and made, I'm just using the example, made all A's. You going to that teacher, that same teacher, you know what that teacher expect you? Make all A's. So now they're pitting you up against your family member, and you're just because you grew up in the same home doesn't mean you have the same goals and the same, because I know with my children, I know my children. I have 5 children, and I knew that one of them academically would be focused. You know, they showed me, and the other one, they got the same basic, they got the same foundation, but it's a choice you have to make. So it's important people keep that in mind, that just because someone else is doing it don't mean it's going to happen for you. And another thing I hear about people, I heard this even when I dealt with a young man that I coached with when I used to be a coach as well. And when I went to a route to go through the administrative side, became a principal at the same school that I coached with him. I came back to that school, he was still working there. He was still a coach. When I got there, you know what he told me? That's supposed to be my job. I said, no, this is my blessing. This is my job. I want to do what you stayed where you were, focusing on what I'm doing. I'm winning did several other things to be able to move up. So that's just a prime example of where people get stuck and then they want to blame someone else. Blame yourself. See, yourself, understanding yourself is very important. And too many times we miss that.
Learning, yeah. And we miss the accountability of self, because if I'm not putting in the work, who else can I blame? Me. If I'm not making the right connections, who else can I blame? Me. If I'd rather be with people who all they want to do is gossip and there's nothing positive going on around them and they're stagnant, then I'm going to be just like those gnats that hang over stagnant water. because that's where I chose to stay.
Yeah.
But if I'm driven, I want to be around people who are also driven. If I'm ambitious, I want to be around people who are also ambitious. If I'm having conversations, I want to have conversations with people that are telling me what I can do better.
Exactly.
Who I need to talk to get to the next level, who can show me something. And will that cause you to be ostracized? Sure. And it's horrible with us because we are quick to not like that one of us wants to be successful.
Oh,
I'm a girl's girl. I cheer for all my sisters, all my brothers. But some of us are so stuck on, if you do better than me, it's going to make me look bad. No, it's not. You should be glad because that should motivate you to go to where your journey leads, not mine.
Exactly.
You can't build your dreams off mine. Now you may look and see what path did I take? How was she so focused, or how was she so disciplined? And say, well, maybe if I change my thinking, or maybe if I change how I'm moving, then I can see that success.
Exactly.
But if I sit back and all I do is complain and they think this, I sure do think I'm the poo-poo. Because I put in the work to get here.
Exactly.
So you can do the same thing. You got to want to be great. I say it over and over again. You have to want to be great. I teach a course. I talk about, and I have a content that I do called The Brand of You.
Okay.
And I ask them that when I get new hires or young ones, I say, what's your favorite shoe? Jordan, Adidas. I say, okay, well, what kind of car do you desire? Oh, Mercedes. They're naming G-Wagon, all these things. Well, what's your favorite restaurant? And they're naming the most expensive things and the most expensive everything. And I said, these are all brands that you're willing to miss a car note, not pay your rent, make payment arrangements for, because there's something about it that you feel gives you status that you got to have. Now, can you imagine if someone felt that way about you, whether it's personal, familiar, romantic, professional, if they saw something in you so wonderful, your work ethic, your character, that they said, I got to have that person for this opportunity, or I got to have this person that I want to love, or I got to have this person to put in this position up here. All by the brand of you. So what does your brand say about you? Now, does your brand say you idolatry, or does your brand say you sex with that?
Yes.
Does your brand say you skips? You remember the shoes that our mothers, our parents, you might be younger than me, I don't know, but you remember the shoes that they could buy for you in the grocery store, hanging on a little thing? Now, are you that brand, or are you that Jordan that everybody keep buying the same version? They will stand in line for 4 days for to get it. What does your brand say about you?
Exactly.
And then what are you doing to market yourself? What are you doing to make yourself more marketable?
Exactly. I tell you.
And that's personally and professionally.
Yeah, so you're hitting everything on the head, and it's amazing. I can go back. I probably look a lot younger, but I'm a lot older. I can tell you that. I can go back when they had things like Canvas All-Stars. They had another shoe.
They wasn't the $100 they are now.
They was $20, $15, and they came from a place when I grew up called Sears in Roebuck, because I grew up in the South.
Sears Roebuck. And
people and Sears used to have a shoe called Jeepers, and they look almost like. Okay, so you know I ain't the baby boy. So my point is, go ahead on.
If you were Husky, they were the only people that sold those Husky jeans for your little.
Exactly. They're the only ones. So the thing about it, we have the luxury of young people now they can put their finger on everything they would like to have, but are you willing to work to have it? Are you willing to miss a meal just to have a $400 pair of Jordans? Are you willing? I'm just using because my grandchildren, I know how they are. They like to be having. I tell them, no, you got to work for this. And they said, your money is our money. No, my money is my money. And I'm gonna put you in a position where your money be your money. I'm just saying, because we love our children, we love our grandchildren, for the ones that do have them. Because I know about mine, I love them to death. But the point is, I also try to teach them the importance of the value of life. See, we have to not get caught up in all of this trying to be accepted by everybody. Because if you wear a pair of sneakers, that I dealt with as an educator, we had went to uniforms when I was a principal many years ago when it first come out. Because all the public schools didn't have uniform, but this district I was in, and we had to wear certain shoes because when they kids that could afford to buy Jordans, they're gonna wear their Jordans and they're going to kind of show off, and they're going to become another problem. See, something we did just to do to try to get it started. It's different now because I've been retired from education since 2016, 10 years.
Congratulations.
And August the 1st, within a few weeks, it'll be 10 years, officially 10 years. But the bottom line is that I saw a lot in that time. God blessed me. It didn't come to me easy, and it's still not easy. Doing my best to train and prepare my people and the people around me. I'm on here not just to be here for the fame and fortune, because there ain't no fortune in doing this.
No, and that's the other side of, the internet. It's a blessing and a curse, because when you can use it to motivate, inspire, and reach people, it's a beautiful thing. But you also have the side where people see it's the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They see the superficial, the material, and then their mind goes to how fast can I get that?
That's it.
It's not working with everybody. It's nothing. It's not saying that you're not good enough. It's just not number one he has for you.
Exactly.
And the other side of that, you may not have the niche, you may not have the marketability as some of the people that's got 1 million people, but that you can reach one. All you need to reach is one.
That's it.
That should always be the goal. Each one, reach one, reach one. And
Exactly.
if you can just reach one person, inspire them, and put them on the path to their great, then you've done what you're supposed to, and you've used it for what it's for.
Exactly.
These type of conversations, a lot of people don't want to have. Call it boring, but if I'm not pouring into someone, I feel like I haven't done what my purpose is.
Exactly.
And I know what it is.
That's the key. What you just said right there. I know what my purpose is. A lot of people don't know what their purpose is. I'm telling you, I have run across.
You talk about a power when you wake up, that is awakening you, and you know what it is. I cracked it up there in class, and I said, I'm gonna tell you like this. God said, enough, you too much. If I make you rich, I ain't you. I'm gonna let you stay back on struggle. No, you ain't gonna struggle. I'm gonna here. And they were laughing, but I was trying to show them, you can't compare where you are to anyone. You focus on you. Cheer people on when they do great. That's the flex. When you are so confident in you, you're confident in your abilities, you're confident in your walk, you're confident in your work.
Exactly.
You can cheer somebody on, and it has nothing to do with hating on them. It's not sideways, it's not backwards. You really hate. No, you are happy to see that somebody made it.
Exactly.
Let me get my butt in gear. Let me get to where I need to be. Let me do what I'm supposed to do so that I can get to.
Exactly. Awesome.
Because otherwise, I'm just sitting back and looking.
That's it.
You wait long, you wait wrong. You know, so
well,
you have to understand that. A lot of people don't get that.
Exactly.
You know, we would all love to hit the lottery and become wealthy, or that next get rich scheme, or the people internet.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to try to make sure, or there's nothing wrong with this if that's something you want to do, but do something that is real on too. Also, let this be your side.
Exactly.
Do something that's going to benefit you in the long run.
Exactly.
Because technology, you better be learning some manual systems of greatness.
There you go.
You better be having a backup plan.
There you go. Truly, and I share with a lot of people that as well. But we're getting that, our precious time. My time is about to be wrapped up right now. It's a pleasure having you here, Tammy.
Thank you so much.
Man, I tell you, it was awesome. And literally, that's word when you said, man, ain't talking about me. But it was awesome having you here. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you.
And I had two other individuals earlier. So thank you so much. I opened the door so individuals can join. Because I want you to share your point of view, and everybody listening. And like I told the last guest, you are being heard in 61 countries, Tammy. You're heard in 61. Your feet in 61 countries and on 6 continents.
Thank you so much.
You see, if I tell people that, sometimes they back up. But when you go speaking at the end, I tell them, they say, "What?" Yes. Thank you so much. It was a blessing. And again, we look forward to talking and opportunities. Anytime you want to join us, just let me know. Okay?
I sure would. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
blessing me with this moment. Because
All
I
right.
was not expecting it. I wasn't even going to get on live. But I said, you know what? Let me go on here. I'm excited about my grandbaby.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, because sometimes I just go on here and sing. So it was meant for me to get on here today. And typically I don't even look at the little request thing. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
I look forward to
In the future, we'll
people are my passion.
okay. Thank you so much, Tammy. Have a blessed rest of the day, and
Thank you.
you be safe. All right.
You too.
All right. Bye.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Now I tell you,
I don't know how to get on. I've never done a split.
just close it out. Just close it out. Just close it
Okay.
out. Yeah. Just close it out. It was awesome
Okay.
having unapologetic
Thank
Tammy.
you.
Unapologetic Tammy. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Just hit that button. As we get ready to close and get out of here, God has blessed us one more time to share some information with you. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was a pleasure having the two guests on here, 3 guests. I remember, I thought it was 3, but they come on and share their thoughts. But it's time to get out of here. We're pressed for time. We got about 30 or 40 seconds. Truly, I want to thank each and every one. It was a blessing having you all join me, and hopefully we share something about self-discipline as the foundation for success, so you can achieve self-discipline. If you focus on planning, preparing to be successful, I want you to take care of yourself as I share with others, especially members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority & Court. If you remember that awesome organization, Found a Womanhood, I will be in Nashville. We will be in Nashville getting there Wednesday. I'm actually going to be there at the Gaylord Hotel, but also I'm going to be at the Doubletree downtown with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and we're going to be making it do what it do through the Walter M. Clark Leadership Institute. I'll start on the 9th, and we're going to work through Saturday, so we will have events together. So you make it do what it do. We look forward. If you see me out there, don't be questioning like I look like that guy. Just give them a holler, and I'll give you a holler. It's awesome being here. So be blessed, be safe. And I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and this is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station, heard in 61 countries and on 6 continents. All of you be safe, because you know what? I love you all from my heart, from my heart, from my heart. We're about to get out of here, and I want to thank you so much. You made the day awesome. You made it truly a memorable moment. So please take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow. See, Tasima Jackson just joined us, said hi to her. Thank you so much, Sunshine, for joining in here. Again, I'll be in Nashville Wednesday through Sunday, and up there with those Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, along with the Soras of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and we're going to be up there, and we're going to be mingling. We're going to be getting at training. We're going to do it all through the Walter M. Clark Leadership Institute. The Zetas will be doing their boule. We are working in Nashville to make it happen. So y'all be safe, take care of yourself, and I just want to say this, that, I love you, and the thing you can do about it, take care of yourself. I do want to say we will be back tomorrow. We will have a show tomorrow, so check us out tomorrow. We're gonna make it do what it do, and I'm excited about coming back tomorrow as well. We're gonna come in at 5 o'clock, and we're gonna make it happen. And then we really won't have a show. We have some little bits of things we're gonna be doing, interviewing people, talking to people while we're up in Nashville. All right, we'll see you then. We'll holler at you. She's a Virgo. We'll holler at you. She's a Virgo. Thank you so much.